Fielded in the end zone. It's Hooks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. To a drive there of 84 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Catch in the middle, it's Ross. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They're going to run it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Kick is in the air. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Now on the option. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man, 3rd down and long situations, nobody has him. Look at that. Runs the option to perfection, keeps the football, and gets the 1st down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man on the right. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Give to the running back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Just what they hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Look out, he's got room. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. This is a designed run. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going, or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing
bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Tomlinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On the run, it's Hooks. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of this fundamental.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out in the flat for the score.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Slams it ahead. Looking for the end zone. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. End off from the shotgun. Showing off the arms. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease, it's Mosley. Runs through a tackle. Big time play by the defense, he'll lose 4.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job. Give them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast. Understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He tries to take the top off. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offensively, you want to run that counter, right, to try to take advantage of hyperactive defenses, but just poor execution. Not a good job understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside. And it bounced outside. You want to take that thing inside. So the offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got in there pretty quick.
Gets it to him on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They punted away on 4th down. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Brings it down on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This drive will open from the 15. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Moore. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 45. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO flick. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it again. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making the play.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got room to work. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And now on second down for this offense. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped down at the 27.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Safe completion on the screen. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This offense in dire need of a touchdown is third and goal, but this is probably 4-down territory. They'll go to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Flips it out in the flat. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Ross. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Defense with a chance to put a stop to this drive. Nice snap coming as 3rd and 4. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. A costly defensive penalty sets up this offense with 1st and goal. Right back to it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. He wants it all. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Takes the handoff. It's Mosley. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. Makes a grab down the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Goes to the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
How about the speed on defense. Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, you run a screen. I think you're hoping to try to get the defense in a blitz, flying up the field, throw the screen right behind them. It didn't happen. They guessed wrong. Defense did a great job playing discipline, playing sound, making the play.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. Touchdown. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Thanks for grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his man in the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep behind the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rush is on him. Zings it complete to the right. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.